Oh, okay, that was funny. I just fixed the roll in the spine on this comic, and I thought I was recording it. Turns out I wasn't. So, oh well. I was going to use that as an introduction. Guess I won't. What I'm showing today is more of the Eternal Mylite project, and this time we're going to do Dell comics. If I can find my paper, because I got a cheat sheet that tells me the dates on them, so I don't have to be opening them up. There it is. And we're going to start out with Alvin, number 24 from April of 1972. How's the focus on that? Good, bad, indifferent? That'll work. Then we have Dell full color, 4-color, number 513 from 1953, Ben Bowie and his Mountain Men. Most of these are pre-Silver and Silver Age. Walt Disney's Rob Roy, which is Dell 4-color, number 544. Most of them need a little love as far as cleaning goes. I'll do that later. Dell 4-color, number 588 from 1954. King Richard and the Crusaders. Dell 4-color, number 598 from 1954. Captain Davy Jones. Dell 4-color, number 714 from 1956. Walt Disney's Spinnin' Marty. Dell 4-color, number 842 from 1957. Walt Disney's The Nature of Things. And as you can see, it has some serious damage to it that I cannot fix. It's got varmint. It's not mouse chew. It's more like rodent, or not rodent, roach chew. And that's the way it's been ever since I got it. Dell 4-color, number 891, Walt Disney's Light in the Forest. And this is from 1958. That's actually a pretty nice copy. And Dell 4-color, number 926 from 1958. Walt Disney's Peter Pan. They're not all Dell 4-color, just a good chunk of them. Dell 4-color, number 1113 from October of 1959, Bat Masterson, with a Gene Barry cover, meaning Gene Barry was on the cover. Number 1107 from August of 1960, Buckskin. It's also Dell 4-color. Number 1209, Sugarfoot. Dell 4-color, number 1209 from December of December 1961. And a really bad copy that's been title stripped of The New Adventures of Sherlock Holmes. It is in bad shape. I'm hoping to replace it one day. It's Dell 4-color, number 1245 from 1962. This is the newest Dell 4-color I have, and it's in the worst shape. Go figure. Looney Tunes number 321 from February of 1959. Gotta love some Elmer and Bugs. Well, I do anyway. I think they're great. Marge's Little Lulu from July of 1961, and this is number, I forgot, number 157. At one time, I did own Little Lulu number 1. Long time ago. It's another title strip comic. This is Maverick number 15 from June of 1963. And of course it has Roger Moore and Jack Kelly on the cover. This is definitely pre Roger Moore's James Bond days. And it looks like it's a little out of focus to me. Hard to tell. Melvin the Monster, number 2 from September 1965. MGM's Spike and Tyke, number 7 from November of 1956. Rex Allen, number 10 from November 1953. And of course, it's got Rex Allen on the cover. But then who would you expect to be on the cover? A pretty bad copy of Walt Disney's Comics and Stories, number 195 from December 1956. And like I said, it's a pretty bad copy, and you can expect to see this on a repair video at some point in the future. I'm not in a hurry to do that because I have a much better copy of it. Same comic, much better condition. Then we have Walt Disney's Comics and Stories number 204 from September 1957. A little bit of a spine roll. I may or may not fix that sometime in the future. We both know I'm going to fix it. We all know I'm going to fix it. I can't stand spine rolls. Walt Disney's Comics and Stories number 230 from November of 1959. Walt Disney's Comics and Stories number 251 from August of 1961. Walt Disney's Comics and Stories number 253 from October of 1961. Walt Disney's Comics and Stories number 255 from December of 1961. Walt Disney's Comics and Stories number 258 from March of 1962. And for those of you getting bored by seeing all these funny animal comics, it will be over soon. Don't panic. We'll be done before long. Walt Disney's Mickey Mouse Summer Fun number 1. This is one of the first comics that I tried to fix the spine on, and this is from 1958. And I've never managed to quite do it. I think I actually need to press it. But I haven't I never have my press set up when I have this comic around. It's just one of those things that happens, I guess. Walt Disney Scamp, number 9 from May of 1959. Not in bad shape at all, considering it has a black cover. It does have some spine creases, but it's in pretty nice shape. Except for some pencil marks on there where somebody was adding up. But I might be able to get those off if I'm real careful. And finally, Scamp, number 13 from May of 1960. And I believe all the other Dell comics I have are Tarzans. And I didn't think you wanted to see them right now because you've seen most of them already. So that's it for the comics. But don't run away because I have something else for you. Hi, my name is James and I run Collecting Cayuse, and this is Delco, who all of you should know by now because he appears on the end of every video. But I have something I wanted to read for you, and I've been planning this for a while, and I was going to try to just memorize it, but I messed up a few of the stanzas, so I don't remember it all. So I hope you enjoy it, and here we go. 'Twas the night before Christmas when all through the house not a creature was stirring, not even a mouse. The stockings were hung by the chimney with care, in hopes that St. Nicholas soon would be there. The children were nestled all snug in their beds, while visions of sugar plums danced in their heads. And Ma in her kerchief and I in my cap had just settled down for a long winter's nap. When out on the lawn there arose such a clatter, I sprang from my bed to see what was the matter. Away to the window I flew like a flash, tore open the shutters and threw up the sash. The moon on the breast of the new-fallen snow gave the luster of midday to objects below, when what to my wondering eyes should appear but a miniature sleigh and 8 tiny reindeer. With a little old driver so lively and quick, I knew in a moment it must be St. Nick. More rapid than eagles his coursers they came, and he whistled and shouted and called them by name. Now Dasher, now Dancer, now Prancer and Vixen, on Comet, on Cupid, on Donner and Blitzen, to the top of the porch, to the top of the wall, now dash away, dash away. Dash away all. As dry leaves that before the wild hurricane fly, when they meet with an obstacle mount to the sky, so up to the housetop the coursers they flew, with a sleigh full of toys, and St. Nicholas too. And then in a twinkling I heard on the roof the prancing and pawing of each little hoof. As I drew in my hand and was turning around, down the chimney St. Nicholas came with a bound. He was dressed all in fur, from his head to his foot, and his clothes were all tarnished with ashes and soot. A bundle of toys he had flung on his back, and he looked like a peddler just opening his pack. His eyes, how they twinkled. His dimples, how merry. His cheeks were like roses, his nose like a cherry. His droll little mouth was drawn up like a bow, and the beard on his chin was as white as the snow. The stump of a pipe he held tight in his teeth, and the smoke it encircled his head like a wreath. He had a broad face and a round little belly that shook when he laughed, like a bowl full of jelly. He was chubby and plump, a right jolly old elf, and I laughed when I saw him in spite of myself. A wink of his eye and a twist of his head soon gave me to know I had nothing to dread. He spoke not a word, but went straight to his work, and filled all the stockings and turned with a jerk. And laying a finger aside of his nose, up the chimney he rose. He sprang to his sleigh, to his team gave a whistle, and away they all flew like the down of a thistle. But I heard him exclaim, ere he drove out of sight, "Happy Christmas to all, and to all a good night." And I hope all of you have a very Merry Christmas. Thank you.